All right, so I'm here to talk about everybody's favorite backpacking shoe. This is the Altra Lone Peak 5, all right? The first really popular shoe that Altra came out with was the Lone Peak 3.5, and then they came out with the 4, all right? And now they've come out with the 5. I actually only purchased one shoe from Altra, and I ended up with 4. I've also got 2 pairs of the Olympus 3.5. So every time I get a new shoe from Altra, I'm pretty excited because they're free. I'm getting them through Altra's warranty program, but also because it's my go-to shoe. It's my favorite shoe, and it's the shoe that I always seem to want to use when I go on a backpacking trip. It just always seems to work. I recently hiked a pretty long backpacking trip. I started at Mirror Lakes Trailhead in Yosemite, hiked up to Tioga Road, and then across to Sunrise Lakes, and then back down to Half Dome. I didn't go up Half Dome, but I hiked down past Half Dome and past Vernal Falls, Nevada Falls, and back to the car. It was a long hike. It was difficult. And what made it possible were these awesome Olympus 3.5s, which you can see I've destroyed. And so I really actually wanted a new pair of Ultras now. I mean, at first glance, you can see that there's a pretty evident awesome factor with the new black Lone Peak 5s. The top of the shoe, the upper, it kind of looks like a Kung Fu Dojo shoe. It does look a little narrow, but I did find the shoe was kind of roomy and true to fit. On the bottom, you can see it's got all these lugs. So on the bottom of the Olympus 3.5, you can see the shoe kind of turn into a snowboard. And with the Lone Peak 5, you can see that it's got tons of lugs on here. Now, these lugs will wear down over time, and that's an issue. The shoe's gonna look more and more like a snowboard over time. But as you can tell, when it's new, it's got all of this traction on the bottom, all right? Now, really what makes Altra different from other shoes is its midsole, which is the foam in here. And really what's awesome about it is that it's dreamy and cushiony. It kind of feels like sitting down on a couch cushion or stepping on a marshmallow. But also what's awesome about it is its durability and its ability to function as intended during the lifespan of the shoe. So on this recent trip to Yosemite where I used this 3.5, the midsole, this cushiony foam that's in the shoe, it was still working properly and protecting my foot from the ground and helping me with my hike, even though the shoe was on its last leg and was about to die completely, you know. And a lot of ultra lightweight enthusiasts feel that all of this extra EVA foam that you see on this Maximus Stack Kite style Olympus should be chopped off to prevent you from rolling your ankle, and also just because lighter is always better when you're dealing with ultra lightweight backpacking. So if you look at the Lone Peak 5, you can see that it's chopped off, you know. So this midsole right here, you don't feel every pebble and stick on the trail as you're hiking. It gives you some protection from the ground so that you can finish your hikes, but it's also a little bit squishy and bouncy and pillowy feeling. It has a little bit of a soft ride. It just has less foam, less weight. It's more minimalistic. Even the top, at first glance, you know, it kind of looks like faux suede. It looks like fake leather. But after you wear it for a few days, it is pretty minimalistic. It is kind of like a sock upper. But it does have some protection. It's got some drainage points, you know, where water can escape out of the shoe. But it's also got some protection in the toe from rocks and sticks. The older upper on the Olympus 3.5, you can see that it's a 3D mesh, but it also gets really dirty. You can see how dirty it is. This has been through the washing machine. It holds onto dirt, and it also kind of smells bad. And with the newer polyester upper, you can see how it doesn't get dirty as easy. It might not be as quick drying, but it's less fuss, basically. So yeah, overall, I think I'm gonna get a lot of life out of this shoe. I really wanted a new Ultra. It's kind of a mystery as to how Ultra is able to do it, how they're able to make their shoes work so well. But they do work really well, and I'm pretty excited to have this new shoe. I have some other products here that I also like a lot. I'm going to show you to celebrate that I've got 300 subscribers on my channel right now. All of those subscribers are real subscribers. I didn't go to my high school reunion and ask everybody to join my YouTube channel. They're all people who watched my videos and decided to subscribe. If you're not familiar with YouTube, you need 1,000 subscribers before you start getting paid. I only have 300, so I have never received any money from a YouTube channel. But one other product that I like is from GNC, this Beyond Raw Burn MF. It's got 300 milligrams of caffeine, 320 milligrams of Synapsa, 33 milligrams of Capsamax, 25 milligrams of Dynamine. But basically what this does is it's less of a time suck than coffee. When you make coffee, you have to pull your stove out of your pack, set up the stove, boil the water, make the coffee, and then the coffee's in a mug and it's hot and you can't really down it. It's hot, you have to sit and sip, and you can't hike, and that's a time suck. It takes about an hour. With this stuff, it's got 300 milligrams of caffeine in it. It looks like this. They're not cheap. They're about $2 each, but all you have to do is dump this into your smart water bottle, filter some water, dump it in there. Sometimes the water from lakes and whatnot can taste kind of swampy, but you won't notice that after you put this in there. There's tons of flavor in here. It's got tons of caffeine. It enables you to drink a lot more water so that you get all the water that you need. And it's got so much caffeine and vitamins and whatnot in it, you're not going to need any more water or more caffeine until lunchtime, etc. And it works pretty awesome. I like it a lot. So I was using the Z Light, what you can see here. This thing is kind of shaped like a giant Lego. It weighs a pound. It's kind of narrow, it's kind of thick. So I replaced it with this right here. So there's a British company called Graham Counter Gear, and they sell these pieces of Evazote. They only weigh 3 ounces, so 2 of them is only 6 ounces. They cost about 20 bucks each. So for the same price as the Z Light, I was able to get something twice as wide and twice as light and easier to carry. And it's a lot easier to use in my shelter. It protected me from the cold. I was recently sleeping at 9,000 feet in the snow at 3 lakes, Sunrise Lakes in Yosemite, and I got a good night's sleep, and this was part of why I was able to do that.